streets, they never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone, they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me. Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from where niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Get him Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, Tower music, nigga.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Top of the top, the hustle don't stop. I say top of the top, the hustle don't stop. Top of the top, the hustle don't stop. How's everybody doing today on this great Friday? How's everybody doing today on this great Friday? Well, I'm doing good because ain't none of y'all asked me yet, so I'm going to tell y'all I'm feeling good. Feeling really good. Feeling really, really, really good. Had some things to talk about today. I think it's some very, very interesting things that I have to talk about today. Appreciate y'all for hitting that like button also. Appreciate y'all for hitting that like button also. If y'all can hear me crystal clear, I got some things to talk about. You hear? Nigga Tommy said, yo, how you doing, Dice? Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Angie. Angie said, how you doing, Dice? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Well, GP already told me that the audio is crystal clear, so I'm going to shoot to the top and shout y'all out. You hear me? East New York, my sister, first one in here. Says salute, Dice. Says salute to the team Guardians. Henny, my guys in here holding it down. Cali with Love is in here. Rose Gold Records is in the building. Rose Gold Records is in the building. Angie Baby is in the damn building. You heard me? GP, he picked it up. He said, man, that nigga Dice playing that Keith Sweat this morning. He playing that Keith. He playing that Twisted, that big Keith. I'm in the middle, I knew, baby. Want you, girl. You know that I. Oh, Henny, I see you in the building. Appreciate you for pulling up, guy. Top Ops Tommy. He's definitely in the building. Appreciate you for pulling up. Hey, Miss Tanja. I see y'all in the building trying to get some of this work. I see y'all trying to get some of this work. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Well, no, I didn't miss nobody. I ain't miss nobody. Everybody is acknowledged, spoken for. Everybody is acknowledged and spoken for. So I guess we can get into some content, if I may. I think we can get into some good content, if I may. Word up. East New York said, Angie, do you know if he's okay? Or should I just start frying my chicken? She about to get 10 seconds today. Seems like one of them 10-second Fridays. I already see it, the 10-second Fridays. The 10-second. I got some things to talk about. Finally, after all this time, Malcom Jamal Warners, his wife, she got some shit to say. And wait till I tell y'all what's going on with that. I told y'all that man did not drown. He was killed and they brought him there. His wife said he's one of the most best swimmers she's ever known. She said, first of all, he was never the one to not go into certain waters because he understood that. He was a strong swimmer. He'd been swimming a long time. This is the reason why he went in the water to get them workouts, because that's still like going to the gym when y'all in that water. That's a fact. That's a fact. But his wife says she got some things to say. She has some things to say. And I'm going to let y'all hear what she got to say. But first, I'm going to get into this new joint. Joffy dropped another one. You know he crazy. And I got another joint I'm going to play for y'all later on by one of my favorite rappers. But we going to go on to Joffy right now because he just dropped something for us. Let's see what he's talking about. You heard me?
Big homie, built tough, they can't foam me. Black mama, hot top Nikes, 6 feet Kobe's. Brad Pitt stay with a Smith like Aunt Jody. Need all mine, send my cheese with anchovies for the pie. We gon' settle the visitors, dead homies got no cash. Don't settle for his chain and his rollie. Got a long line full of ops. Get a line, be the first one to get shot. With a 9, everything I say get felt like it's bread written. Ramsey over a pot, they know I cooked them. White glove in the mask, as if I miss Christmas. Stomping till it's blood on my shoes, now they look Christian. Designer wear, down on my underwear, oh yeah. These boxes Versace, I was pissed poor, now I'm shitting. Get a toe tag, now you hit it, wait a minute. Let me show them that I can switch it. I'ma rob them and take it to my team. That's how you still a bacon. Got them what you get for faking. Hoes all in your face. Now you look like Jason. Rushing my own deal with patience. Top. Now these cameras. I might put work on the scooter. Glock 19, I'll make a movie like it's two. I ain't fighting with my dogs, I ain't Mike Vick. Shoot for my dogs like I'm John Wick. I ain't Vick. Shoot for my dog like I'm John Wick.
Joplin got a new one, like he said. He ain't Mike Vick, but he shoot for his dog. Oh my God. Do y'all remember the young lady that unfortunately unalived? The lady from McDonald's, the mother of 6. Because y'all know they still got her in jail. Because I don't think that she's going to get time as a person deemed to be mentally fit for trial. I don't even think that she's mentally fit for trial. But there was one lady that had some things to say pertaining to this. She's on her side. Let y'all hear what she got to say. Let's go.
You're trying to take care of us. No, your mom died bullying a little girl. Your mom died taking advantage of a little girl and taking advantage of her position. That's why your mom died. I've seen a couple TikToks of that girl that killed that manager at the McDonald's. She had been posting TikToks before this happened, and she expressed her concern and how tired she was of this girl bullying her. This lady was harassing her. She was bullying her. She was sending her home early every day. She even went on her day off to make up for some hours. She's a manager. She's the one that has to approve for her to go on her day off to make up hours. And when she got there, she sent her home. You don't treat people like that. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what people have went through. And you don't know when people are going to snap. You got all these kids and you left all your kids because you couldn't just be fucking nice to someone. You couldn't just be nice, a good fucking human being. You couldn't do it. I'm not glad that happened to her. I don't think anybody has a right to take someone's life. You didn't give life, God did. So you don't take it. But this is a perfect example of what can happen if you're a shitty person.
Dog Soldier, I see you in the building. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that? Remember, I told y'all I was one of the first people to say, I'm not saying that I want nobody to be unalive. That's not what I'm saying. But I said, and I don't know if anybody in here could agree, if you ever went through this, please put up dice cubes. It seems like the managers, the female managers in McDonald's all across the world, because I know 2 of them down here where I'm at, it just seemed like they have an awfully mean and aggressive spirit, if I'm making sense. If I'm making sense. Just Eric, salute. I don't know if it's just me. And I only went through something one time with one McDonald's manager, but it was a misunderstanding. Only thing I went through is, you gave me the wrong order, miss. And when she came back and took the bag out of my hand, she didn't snatch it, but she grabbed it firmly and like rolled her eyes and looked at me. She was the one that went to the machine in the area where the food was being made and picked it up and gave it to me. So that was due to her negligence. That was due to her negligence. That had nothing to do with me. But for some reason, she was upset with me. What if I had just walked out the door? You know, sometimes people just grab their bags from restaurants or fast food restaurants and just walk out the door. I was always told, yo, check your order, check your bag. Check your order and check your bag. But when I said to her, miss, excuse me, this is not my bag, she walked towards me. She didn't snatch the bag. I'm not going to say she snatched nothing out of my hand. No, I was holding the bag and she grabbed it aggressively and was like she sucked her teeth at me for a bag that she got and gave to me. Excuse me, y'all. Cousins and them doing my yard. So maybe, just maybe, McDonald's or any other fast food joints, because I've been a supervisor before. I have been a supervisor before, and they took us to etiquette classes. We were taken to etiquette classes. They paid for us to go to an etiquette class. They paid for us to go to a professional to teach us certain key things pertaining to management or being a managerial position. They teach you things about eye contact. They teach you things about conversation. They teach you things about your tone. They teach you things about your mannerism. They teach you that you could be standing a certain way. And you could be giving off an energy of non-interest to someone that's trying to talk to you. For example, if an employee is coming to you trying to inform you about something that's bothering them or something that's going wrong, and you stand there like this, yeah, what up, tell me. Okay, what's going on? Tell me what your problem is. Those are all triggering signs. They said that those are all triggering signs. When you got somebody coming to you and they're in a position where they're upset, the least you could do is show the common courtesy to hear them out, to pay attention to what they're saying to you, and at least give them eye-to-eye contact to treat them like a human being. The situation right here with this young lady that got killed, she didn't pass away, that was stabbed in Detroit by the other young lady, it's just heartbreaking on all sides. Mother of six. They never see her mother again. They're left now to fend for themselves. At least they did say the McDonald's franchise company decided to take care of all the funerals and arrange all the arrangements, and the funeral, the repast, the burial, everything McDonald's took care of. But let's let this be something to really pay attention to. Motherfuckers be running their mouth too much, and people be having disrespectful attitudes. It don't cost you nothing to be cordial. It doesn't cost you anything to be cordial. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I don't gotta be hugging you. I don't gotta be rubbing your hands. I don't gotta be kissing you or nothing like that. But it don't cost no money to be like, yo, how you doing? How you doing today? You all right? Common courtesy. Common courtesy. That's all. But I am going to stay on top of that story because I don't think that they're going to give her time. I think that they're going to give her mental help because obviously something snapped. Like she said, she's been trying to come to work. She hadn't been getting that many hours. I know what it is with McDonald's. Like I said, I got cousins that work at McDonald's right here in this town. And the first thing they say is they're not getting their hours because McDonald's is not paid weekly. McDonald's is paid bi-weekly. They get paid every Wednesday. Bi-weekly. So think about this. That whole McDonald's franchise, I noticed that they always improving the appearance of McDonald's. I noticed every few years they always remodel the McDonald's. You know, that was the first spot I seen with the big TVs in there and everything, but they're not improving on common courtesy. This has always been one of the problems pertaining to fast food restaurants, not just McDonald's. Not just McDonald's. The lack of concern from people that are in management positions, the disregard that they show all the time. And then I noticed some managers in these restaurants, matter of fact, some managers in all jobs, supervisors in all jobs, the first thing, this is something that you should not tell nobody, especially somebody that's coming to work and trying to pay their bills. You should not tell nobody, well, if you don't like it, you can go home. That's a trigger right there too. What you mean if I don't like it, I can go home? If I wanted to be home, I would have not came to work today. But mind you, yeah, people don't go to work to be harassed. People don't go to work to be disrespected. People go to work to pay their bills and maintain their lifestyles. But what comes with trying to pay your bills and maintaining your lifestyle is the problem sometimes. the way we talk to each other, the way we communicate with each other, the facial expressions. Like I said, the way we stand can give off an indication that we don't respect nothing that you're saying. Give somebody the common courtesy of look them eye to eye when you're talking to you, instead of looking all the way and, yeah, I hear you. Looking at your cell phone. Somebody's trying to talk to you. These are all triggering actions where some people may not interpret it as disrespect, but then again, a lot of people will. A lot of people will. It's a fact. A lot of people, don't get it twisted. Some people be like, nah, fuck that shit. But then there's some people that be like, yo, why would you say that? Or why would you treat me like that? See, I'm real big on how a person treats me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm real big on about how a person treats me. Maybe that's why I'm so stubborn, because I go overboard to treat people the way I want to be treated, whether it's friendship, relationship, casual, cordial friendships, anything. I treat people the way that I would love to be treated. But unfortunately, like my mother told me, you can't keep getting mad at people because they weren't raised like you. My mother said, you can't keep getting mad at people because we have this fucked up thing in our mind that because we might do something good or we might do something bad, that everybody else will, and they won't. Just because you might stop and see somebody walking down the road in the rain, struggling with bags, just because you might stop and be like, excuse me, get in the car, get out that rain. No, that's all right. I'm about, man, get in the car. Where you at? I'll take you home. Just because you won't do it does not mean that there's not a lot of people that will. That don't mean that. And people got to stop looking at people, because that's one of my biggest disappointments in life. I'm being dead real right now. This is my biggest peeve. This is one of my biggest disappointments. This is my heartbreaks in life. When I expected people to treat me and honor me and love me like I love them. When I expected people to say, you know what? He's just human. Now, see, my mother always told me, I can't get mad at you for something that you don't know how to do. I cannot get mad at you for something that was not taught to you. I told y'all I went swimming one time. We went to the beach with my son, one of my best friends, and his son. My son loved the water. He swam like a fish. You'd probably think he was something from Wakanda. We went to the beach. My son is running out in the water. He's not going too far, but he's going where the water is up to his chest, and he's going underwater and everything like that. But I got an eye on him because I could swim also. But my best friend, his son, was afraid to like go past the water touching his knees. Like, he didn't want to go that far. Like, my son is out there acting like a dolphin. But my friend's son would go to like maybe the water's a little bit under his knees and just flash the water and splash the water. And then I seen my friend getting upset with his son. He was screaming. He was like, yo, stop acting like a girl, man. Get out there in the fucking water. Go play. Go play. And I watched how his son looked at him. His son looked at him with a look of disappointment. Not fear. Not fear. Not like he was getting scolded or anything. When my friend was telling him, come on, man, it's like a little girl, get out there and play. You don't see all them people out there. When I seen his son look up, I didn't see he was afraid of what his father was saying. I saw that he was disappointed because something that his father just said that he should be doing normally because he's a child. I told my man, yo, how you gonna get mad at him because he's scared to go out in the water? He was like, man, he ain't got to go out that far. He ain't gonna drown. I said, but you got to understand something. You never taught him how to swim. You never took him to a gym or a recreational center or somewhere to teach him how to swim. The only water he's been in is in the tub and in the shower. So you can't treat him or look like he's doing something wrong because the rest of the kids out here is running around in this water and going under the water and dunking and so forth and so forth. We don't know how many times that the rest of these kids have been to the beach. This was the first time that my man took his son to a large bed of water like that. Yeah, they've been to the pool. But a pool and a large bed of water is two different things, ladies and gentlemen. Two different things. Man, Just Eric said, if you don't enjoy going to work, find another job that you will enjoy. It really don't matter what you do. You just got to want to be there. And that's exactly the truth, because my most favorite job is when I was cutting hair, when I had my barbershops. But I didn't put what I would put into it today back then. I just had the storefront. We were selling crack and heroin. Even though I was one of the best barbers in my neighborhood, in my time. I'm talking about designs, everything. You name it, write your name in the back of the head. I was drawing all type of things, guns, trucks. People came in saying they wanted certain things in the back of their heads, and I did it. Like a lot. Like the first design I did is my homegirl. Her name was Yvette. She brought her son in, and it was right before they was going back to school. He said, "Dice, can you give me a Nike sign?" I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "He been asking for so long. Do me a favor, Dice, put that Nike sign in his head." This was the first time. Now, when I told him I could do it, I had never done any type of designs with barber clippers in my hands. And back then, when you did designs with barber clippers, it wasn't cheating like they have now. You had to use that clipper and angle that clipper and know what pressure to put on and know how to pull for the hair gap. Now they got pins. Now they got little tools that's barbering pins that on the end of the tip is a little barber blade that will finally erase hair. So you can just draw it. I could draw somebody's face in the back of their head with this new barbering tool they got. It's cheating. So when I wound up doing the Nike, I never forget how he looked. He was like, "I love it, Dice." Because when I put the Nike sign in the back, I pulled it where it went all the way around over his ear, and it came up in a hook. And then I put the fade on it, and I put the two slants on the side of his eyes, because back in the days, the kids wanted the slants. They wanted the slants. Everybody wanted to be running around looking like Big Daddy Kane. So I did that for him. Egypt is smoking crack. Egypt, they just cutting hair. Calm down. They just cutting hair. That's all. Did y'all hear about this new thing with this mothership? Egypt, be quiet. Let me go get this dog and put her up. Next time I'm gonna treat you like you ain't got no sense. And I'm gonna put you in a cage, man. But did y'all hear about this new thing they was talking about? The Pentagon, I'm talking about the Pentagon in the United States. Like I've been telling people, they be thinking it's like it's a joke. The Pentagon said that there is a spaceship, a mother alien craft that is 20 miles long. 20 miles long that's rapidly coming to Earth. And if you think I'm joking, you think the Pentagon ain't said, because I be telling y'all to look this shit up. I'm going to show you. This shit ain't playing. These people ain't playing.
The Pentagon said that there is a potential mothership headed towards Earth.
Yeah, you told me about it.
He said it so casually. And he's like, "We'll be right back after this." And it's like, what? Listen to this.
Thanks. In 60 seconds, the new draft report on UFOs. The Pentagon's expert warning about a possible mothership coming close to Earth. Stay with us.
How y'all feel about that? Y'all think it's bullshit? Do y'all think it's bullshit? Are y'all really prepared? Are you afraid? Me, I'm not afraid, to tell you the truth. I'm more curious. I'm not afraid at all. Do I have my concerns? Yes. Because it's this phenomenon that they've been hiding for so long is actually real. What are they going to do when they get here? Why are they trying to get here? They say Earth is the most resources, the most anything that you want, they can find on Earth, from water to gold to zinc to copper to metal. All the things that is on the planet Earth is supposedly what all these planets are after. I got something for y'all. I want y'all to check out right quick. For real. This is that new Ghostface album. He went crazy. Ghostface went crazy. He got a new album coming out called Supreme Clientele Part 2. Tell me how y'all like this right quick. Let's go. The DMW shots up in the building. That nigga Ghost might fuck the game up, y'all. That Supreme Clientele Part 2. We've been waiting for that album for over 20 years. And if it's anything like that first single right there, check out my melody beat. First of all, everybody, you're not even, if you ain't really an MC, you shouldn't even be rhyming on no Rakim beat. You shouldn't even be rhyming on no Nas beat. You shouldn't be rhyming on no Cool G rap beat. You shouldn't be rhyming on no Biggie beat. But that nigga Ghostface, I've never thought that I would hear somebody seriously bless a beat better than Rakim did. I've never, some of the shit that Ghostface be talking about, he said, black British walkers with diamond tassels. Nah, that's different, y'all. That's totally different. That's totally different. I want y'all to pay attention to this Blue Beam NASA's project that they got set up for us because they terrified of these aliens. Check this shit out, y'all. Let's go.
What if the greatest threat to our world isn't a virus or nuclear war, but an illusion so convincing that every eye on Earth believes it is real? What if across every continent, every faith, and every culture, people see their most sacred figure dancing through the clouds, only to discover that what they witnessed was nothing but a carefully engineered lie? This is the story of Project Blue Beam, a conspiracy theory born in the mind of one man and spread through whispers of secret societies and rumors of advanced technology. Serge Monast was not always a conspiracist. Born in Quebec in 1945, he began his career writing poems and essays, covering politics for local newspapers, and exploring the fringes of social credit theory. In the early 1990s, after founding the International Free Press Agency, Monast turned his attention to a far darker subject, the New World Order. Inspired by the naval intelligence officer William Guy Carr, he believed that unseen masters were pulling strings behind world events. Monast's book, Project Blue Beam, NASA, published in the mid-1990s, claimed that NASA itself would spearhead a series of events so terrifying and so breathtaking that every human being would kneel before a single, unified deity. Monast first predicted the plan's enactment in 1983. When nothing happened, he reset his clock to 1995, then to 1996, and finally to the year 2000. His followers shrugged off each failure of timing, arguing that the conspirators had only delayed their timetable, not abandoned it. Despite these missed deadlines, Monast spoke at UFO conventions and on the TV show Esoterism Experimental, cultivating a small but fervent audience that believed the plan was ongoing, hidden in every piece of advanced technology. At the heart of Project Blue Beam are 4 stages of psychological warfare. The first stage involves engineered archaeology. Monast claimed that under the guise of new seismic research, secret weapons would trigger earthquakes at ancient sites around the world.
Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention to what they say. They're saying that if you pay attention to what's going on right now, all these catastrophic earthquakes, all these floods, and all these things that they're discovering now, like for instance, the whole situation behind the ice wall in Antarctica, they just dropped a new one today where they supposedly went to the end of the world. Like they went to the end of the world where it's nothing else. And they was looking over like a cliff. And it appeared to be out of space, like out of space. Think about this. All the things that they told us and our parents for so many years. Just think about this religion. Think about this religion. But pay attention to what I told you when Jimmy Carter, when they said the president, Jimmy Carter had a conversation with a higher intelligence. Mr. Execution, I see you. The higher intelligence told Jimmy Carter, all your highest faiths, Islam, Christianity, et cetera, et cetera. He told Jimmy Carter that it was just like a project. It was an enhanced project to try to give mankind something to have a faith or believe in higher than them so they will stop destroying each other, but they will stop just killing each other. from what they're saying is that we ain't the first people. We ain't the first civilization. They've been trying and experimenting forever and forever. They just happen to get it right. Like, you pay attention, back in the days, they was doing a bunch of DNA genetics with animals. You see what they just did? You see what they just did? I just showed you the picture. They're not playing right now. They fucking with genetics, y'all. They're fucking with genetics. For the first time, researchers have successfully grown a human-pig hybrid embryo in the lab, which they describe as an interspecies chimera, excuse me. They're not playing. First of all, where do you think they get the technology from to even know that you can crossbreed certain things? I knew that they wasn't playing when they came out with the neon green mice. You remember that when they cloned neon green mice? What is the reason for all this research? What are you looking for? Let's check this out.
The crumbled ruins, newly discovered artifacts, fake relics designed to rewrite human history would surface.
Now pay attention. Like they said, newly discovered artifacts. See all these artifacts they see now, like these alien sculptures and everything? Is this really the truth? Did they just put all this there to hide the real agenda, or are they really letting everything come out now because they can no longer keep this stuff concealed? Mr. Executioner said, yo, that looks like the arresting officer in my last case. God damn, brother. Carnage to Billy, I see you in the building. Salute, beloved. Salute. But check out what they're really saying. They supposedly have a plan that at the same time, simultaneously, all over the world, whatever belief is in that area, like if you think you're a Christian, they said a photo of Jesus will appear. They say if you're Muslim, they said you will hear an angelic voice speaking in Arabic in prayer. If you're in China, if you're in Buddha, whatever y'all feel as though, whatever the group of people feel as though is their belief, the Blue Beam Project is something that they're saying that the government put together. So the last attempt to try to stop unveiling everything that's really going on, because we're about to find out, they're making it seem like everything that was told to us was just a lie. Pay attention, the Anunnaki. You're starting to see certain things when it comes to people of color, like certain indigenous. They're starting to say that, like they said, when certain things happen with the weather, when we start having strange things happening with the weather and rain and so forth and so forth. They said this is, and the sun, they said these are actually things that are supposed to charge the melanin that's in our skin. Pay attention. This melanin that we have in our skin is supposed to be activated. You don't notice that? It got to be something powerful, because if we go to the beach, the sun can't damage us. It just rejuvenates and rejuvenates and rejuvenates. But then you pay attention when they say some white people, when they go to the beach, they need sunblock, to protect their skin from the sun, because it'll start what? Rearing up, turning red, scratching up, infection, and blemishes. We don't go through that. We don't go through that. All they tell us is how important our melanin is, but they don't really tell us the importance of our melanin. Check this out, y'all. Let's go.
Yes. According to Monast, these findings would discredit every major religion, idols would be exposed as frauds, sacred texts would be recast as errors, and millions of believers would lose their spiritual foundation overnight. Hollywood had already prepared us for such revelations, Monast argued. Films like 2001: A Space Odyssey and Indiana Jones had conditioned audiences to expect that buried mysteries would upend everything we thought we knew about ourselves. The second stage is the Peace Day Resistance, a global holographic spectacle. Imagine satellites and ground-based laser platforms working in unison to project three-dimensional images across the sky. In Jerusalem, worshippers would see the Jewish Messiah. In Mecca, pilgrims would witness the voice of Allah ringing out from the heavens. In Rome, the figure of Christ would float above the Vatican. Then, in an act of cosmic unity, all these deities would merge into one, forming what...
Is y'all listening to this shit? They trying to mind fuck everybody. So whatever you believe in, they're going to project in the air They're going to project it in the air. It's all an illusion. It's all supposed to be fake. But check this out. I'm going to let them tell you the rest. They're going to say that it all turns into one. First of all, is religion really to be divided? I don't trust religion because it's relying on something that's gone. I don't trust it. To rely on something that's gone. If my son has to go to school and a bus driver picks my son up every day, if I get a phone call at night saying, yo, tomorrow you have to find some way to get your son to school, Mr. McLeod, because unfortunately, Mr. Dave, Mr. Dean, whatever the name was, he passed away and he won't be able to come pick your son up to take him to school. Once they call me and give me this information, yo, the bus driver passed away tomorrow, you're going to have to get your son to school. Once they call me and give me this information, it's up to me to make sure I'm up early enough in time, get my son in the car, and take him to school. But when it comes to religion, if I'm going to rely on something that's gone, that means I'm just going to disregard the fact that they told me the man that usually takes or drives this bus has passed away. And I'm going to be right out there at the end of the road, like I would usually be out there in the morning, waiting for the bus to come pick my son up. But that's relying on something that's gone. If the man passed away and they called me and told me, he passed away, you got to take your son to school, why would I get up and go stand at the road with my son for the time that the bus driver usually comes and picks him up? That's religion. That's relying on something that's gone. You dig what I'm saying? Let's get this work.
Monast called the electronic antichrist. He claimed that Soviet computing power would weave complex, personalized illusions tailored to each individual's brainwave patterns, ensuring that the apparition felt as real as your own heartbeat. In this moment of shared astonishment and terror, the stage would be set for the ultimate power grab. The world would cry out for salvation, and a single, centralized authority would answer. Stage 3 amplifies the assault from spectacle to subversion, tele-electro brainwashing. Monast described satellites emitting extremely low-frequency radio waves that could communicate directly with the human brain. These ELF...
Mind-altering. Mind-altering. What they're saying is mind-altering. They said when you're sitting up there watching this, oh my God, the Messiah, I wanted to see this all my life. They're going to have these devices. You see that right there? That's going to be going into your brain. Check this out. Mind fucking you, making you think you're seeing something that you're not seeing, and giving you the feeling that something that you have wanted to see for so long is actually happening in front of you. Yo, these people got a fucked up agenda, man.
Transmissions, he said, would carry voices, messages from the new deity, speaking personally to each listener. Dismissive skeptics, Monast warned, would be caught off guard when the Messiah spoke in their minds at night, giving them no time to resist. Although mainstream science regards this as fantasy, experiments like the so-called microwave auditory effect lend a chilling hint of plausibility. In documented tests, subjects have reported hearing voices simulated by directed radio waves. Monast seized on these fringe findings to claim that perfectly targeted neural messaging was within reach of shadowy government agencies. The fourth and final stage is a three-part crescendo of engineered panic. First, a propaganda blitz overwhelms every news outlet and social feed with reports of an alien invasion, doctored footage, staged eyewitnesses, and fake testimonials fueling mass terror.
Doctored. Pay attention to what they're saying. They're saying it's all going to be a fucking illusion. They said they're going to put it on TV and broadcast this major alien invasion. And it's all a joke. They're going to try to have people go into public shock and fear. Yo, let me tell you something. Everybody ain't ready for the truth. Do you know, I said this before, I miss my grandmother so much. But if my grandmother was alive, and then we just had this coming live from CNN, we just found out that God does not exist, my grandmother would die. Let me tell you something. My grandmother loved God. Let me tell you something. My grandmother loved God more than she loved herself. So if she was still alive now and all these things going on with these entities and aliens and fake religions and false prophets and stuff like that, if it really came out on TV where they said, there's not really a God, we've been lying to you all this time, instantaneously, right then and there, I know my grandmother, she would die if she wasn't already gone. She would die if she wasn't already gone. Check this out.
The fourth and final stage is a three-part crescendo of engineered panic. First, a propaganda blitz overwhelms every news outlet and social feed with reports of an alien invasion, doctored footage, staged eyewitnesses, and fake testimonials fueling mass terror. Next, a secret ground-based machine will simulate a rapture, lifting chosen individuals into the sky in a live-stream spectacle that convinces millions scripture has come to pass. Finally, every
y'all listening to this shit?
It overwhelms every news outlet and social feed with reports of an alien invasion, doctored footage, staged eyewitnesses, and fake testimonials fueling mass terror. Next,
doctored, meaning fake footage, fake testimony from fake witnesses.
A secret ground-based machine will simulate a rapture, lifting chosen individuals into the sky in a live-stream spectacle that convinces millions scripture has come to pass. Finally, every modern device, from TVs to smart appliances, will simultaneously display grotesque visions, crimson skies, demonic faces, and cosmic symbols. Monast warned that this synchronized assault would shatter social cohesion, driving terrified populations to beg for a guiding hand. At that desperate moment, the New World Order would emerge, offering peace and unity, on its own terms. Monast died suddenly of a heart attack in December 1996, shortly after his final public lecture. His followers insist he was silenced for getting too close to the truth. Skeptics call him a delusional alarmist. Regardless, the myth of Project Bluebeam refuses to fade. On YouTube channels, late-night podcasts, and internet forums, believers point to real-world analogs, government patents for weather control lasers, military research into neural weapons, and even the rise of immersive AR and VR technologies. They argue that if HoloLens and large-scale concert holograms are real, a skywide projection is only a matter of scale. If targeted audio transmissions exist, perfectly precise brain-to-brain broadcasts are not far behind. Critics, however, highlight the unparalleled technical challenges, the immense energy required for large-scale atmospheric holography, the difficulty of producing true 360-degree projections visible from multiple angles and locations, and the near impossibility of mapping and manipulating the unique electrical patterns of every individual brain. They argue that coordinating such an operation on a global scale would require not only unprecedented technological power but also flawless timing and control over mass perception. Furthermore, they note that widespread panic is far less predictable than Monast suggested. Modern audiences tend to question sudden miracles more than they fear routine disasters. And while exotic technologies like HARP, directed energy weapons, or high-altitude laser systems often stir public fascination, there remains no verifiable evidence that any of them can generate Monast's claimed engineered earthquakes or mind control satellites. Nevertheless, Project Bluebeam endures as a modern myth, reflecting our deep anxieties about technology and power. It warns us that our tools can be turned against us in ways we scarcely understand, and that the lines between reality and illusion blur ever more as our digital world grows more immersive. Whether you dismiss it as fringe fantasy or heed it as a dire prophecy, the theory challenges us to consider how much of what we accept as real is shaped by narratives crafted by forces beyond our view. As we close this chapter on Serge Monast and his grand conspiracy, one truth remains: every age has its stories, its fears, and its prophets. In the space between skepticism and belief, we find our own reflections, our hopes, our doubts, and our unending search for meaning in a world increasingly defined by screens, satellites, and data streams. Could Project Bluebeam truly have been a clandestine roadmap for total global control, or is it nothing more than an inventive parable, warning us of the darker side of our own technological ambitions?
Shit, I want to hear y'all take on that too. How y'all feel about that? I know that shit got y'all like, what the fuck? Man, when it comes to the government, y'all, don't nothing surprise me now, man. Don't nothing surprise me now, man. There's been too many things going on with the government that has came back and went straight to the government. I don't understand. Like, why would they just play with people's hearts like that? You know, it's some people that's really diehard believers in their religion. Certain things that they're saying would actually just put people into panic and shock. They would have nowhere to go. They don't know what to do. And see, that's what they're trying to do. They try to make it to the fact where you feel as though you're going crazy and you can't handle it no more. You can't be in a, you can't even live amongst people no more. Come to them for help. And then they get you in them hospitals or them, like they say, experimenting pits, and start hitting you with these injections and this medication. And then slowly but surely, they're convincing you through medication, psychotherapy, and just straight up being brainwashed and lied that you're healing whatever you was going through. But no, it's just like they're forming robots. Robots. After this video right here by my man, Hard Luck, from Jersey Boys, we're going to get into this Malcom Jamal Warner, because I told y'all, this is now the Malcom Jamal Warner sector. If you got content, you could be a part of the Malcom Jamal Warner sector. If you're an adult, if you are an adult, you can be part of the Malcom Jamal Warner sector. But it's also one thing. You got to kick content. Yeah, I started it so I can get the rules out. Because whoever started that dumbass dirty sector shit that everybody glorifies, they got their rules for that dirty sector shit. Like they say, ain't no holds bars. You can do anything in the dirty sector. Talk about somebody's parents, talk about somebody deceased, talk about somebody's kids, talk about somebody's spouse, talk about somebody's ailments, talk about if somebody has a handicap. That's all dirty sector shit. Ain't nothing dirty about me. Dirty or dark sector shit, like they were saying, respectfully, to all you morons that want to call yourself part of something being dirty, be dirty. To all you fools and clowns and big kids that want to be part of something dirty or dark, do that. Don't come here. If you're part of that dirty sector shit, unsubscribe. I don't even want your energy over here. I'm dead ass serious. If you're really part of that bullshit, don't come here no more. Because I'm going to tell you what I'm going to start doing. I'm about to start going to chats purposely. The minute I see certain people going live, I know it's going to be a bunch of ignorant bullshit. So I'm about to start going to them chats purposely. I'm telling people what I'm doing. And I see that goofy shit. Any of the people that I feel as though I have respect for, and I look at y'all like adults, if I see y'all in any of them goofy chats, you will be blocked out of here. I'm doing it. Ain't nobody else gonna do it. Don't blame it on nobody else. It's just me. I don't want your energy here. I don't. I'm so serious. If you enjoy seeing people disrespect each other, don't come here. You stay away from here. If you enjoy finding out things that ain't none of your motherfucking business, don't come here. If you were putting plays up and just setting up, like they say, the trick bags and all that, don't come here. If you don't got no respect for no women, don't come here. If you don't have a respect for yourself, don't come here. I've been thinking about this for a long time, and it's been aggravating. It's been very, very aggravating. Because it's people that I see that I've grown to have some type of respect for, but continuously when I go try to support what they're doing, it's a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of childish shit, and a bunch of bum bitch and a bum nigga shit that I'm not gonna never be a part of. I wouldn't be a part of no bum bitch shit in real life. I wouldn't be a part of no bum ass nigga, no negative shit in real life. And I don't involve myself with people that search for drama. I don't involve myself with people that search with toxicity, and I don't involve myself with people that's not trying to live the best life that they can. That's just simple and plain, and that's my right, y'all. There's some new changes that's going to be going down. There's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Big Dice, y'all. Let's go.
You's a bitch-ass nigga. That's a fact, man. You's a bitch, nigga. You's a bitch-ass nigga. On my soul. You a pussy, you ain't shit without that pole. You's an internet nigga, you's a troll. Let your day ones put their trust in you when you told. You's a bitch ass nigga. You niggas mutts. You be out here pillow talking to these sluts. You the type I fuck around and get you touched. You the type we selling mids and be telling them it's brunch. You's a bitch ass nigga. It never fails. On my block, you get shot for making sales. We be focused on the plan and run the world. You be joking on your mans in front of girls. You's a bitch ass nigga. Just another sucker. You's a chain snatching, money gone motherfucker. You the nigga in the circle that I caught stealing. Man, I cried cause I couldn't kill him. You's a bitch ass nigga. Why you a hoe like that? Why you gonna sneak your right hand for some dough like that? Why you gonna run up on the pack that he gonna throw right back? When you real shit don't go like that. You's a bitch ass nigga, bitch. You done ran over some bricks, you done copped a couple fits, now you frontin' like you rich. You's a bitch, you done hit a couple chicks, now you all up in a mix. You get caught up, you gon' snitch. You done got a nigga life big. And when you die, they gon' say you was a nice kid. Like he ain't never did nothing to nobody. And you would never be nothing, nobody, just a bitch.
Cold-blooded facts, y'all. Like I said, I ain't better than nobody, but I'm better than a lot. That's a fact. It's disgusting. It's just, and that's why I said Malcom Jamal Warner. Like I said, I've always admired him for his acting. Like I said, I feel like I grew up with a brother. Some of the dumb shit that he would have did, I did in my life. I ain't do the Gordon Cartrell, but we went through our eras with fashion also growing up. But as far as his intelligence and his privacy that he demanded, see, that's one thing I respect about him too. He never wanted his wife. He never wanted his daughter in the spotlight. Certain things you should not expose to everyone. You shouldn't be exposing your wife to motherfuckers you don't know. You shouldn't be exposing your wife and your children to people you don't know what their intentions are. You shouldn't. It's just wrong. But you can't tell people that because they caught up in their own ways. You tell somebody the things that they're doing is dangerous, they look at you and be like, I'm grown. So act like it. If you're really grown, act like it. Yo, Egypt, what's down, James Brown? You good? Too many people running around here acting like big kids. And you know what? I feel stupid because I have been watching certain shit. I ain't supposed to be over there. I am not supposed to be over certain places. I am not supposed to be. I learned that. Certain things that are allowed in chats, like I hear some I don't call y'all content creators. I just call y'all niggas with $45. Some of the people with $45 that have their platforms, the things that they allow in their chat, disrespectful. Yeah, you can do what you want to do. Say what you want to say. Curse that person out. Curse that person out. But all I want you to do is hit that like button. But if it was your mother, your wife, your husband, your children, your deceased family members that was being talked about, you wouldn't want to hear that shit. You wouldn't want to hear that shit. And I'm telling you, I get so like I don't know if it's angry or sad or disappointed, or if I could put a word in that can just involve all three of them, sad, angry, and disappointed. I be thinking I can't see. Sometimes I say to myself, because I'm the first person that can pick up on something. That's why I know a lot of people on YouTube, but that's in the world too. They're crazy. They're crazy. Well, shout out to Malcom Jamal Warners because she got some shit to say because she said he didn't drown. And when y'all hear some of these things that I'm about to show y'all right quick, I want y'all to tell me how y'all feel.
Everybody shook. After years of whispers, cover-ups, and unanswered questions, she's stepping forward with the identity of the person she believes is responsible for Malcolm's death. Let's be clear, this isn't some vague statement or cryptic clue. She's naming names, exposing details, and pulling back a curtain on a story that's been buried for far too long. But this is where it gets messy. She's claiming that before his passing, Malcolm was bombarded with anonymous threats, warning her to back down, and that he was being followed and watched. Looks like someone powerful is clearly trying to keep this truth from seeing the light of day, and they're not playing fair. So now the real question is, why? Why now? And who benefits from keeping Malcolm's death a mystery? Y'all, the deeper we've gone, the uglier it gets. And from the way that his wife is speaking, it's just getting started. So grab your receipts, because this isn't just a grieving widow speaking out. This is a woman on a mission to take down whoever's responsible, no matter how high up the chain it goes. Y'all, from the way that Malcolm's wife allegedly exploded, it's looking like she's coming for blood. Because in her words, Malcolm didn't drown. She's finally ready to expose exactly who did it. She's not holding back. No mincing words and not letting it.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Where it gets, and from the way that his wife is speaking, it's just getting started. So grab your receipts, because this isn't just a grieving widow speaking out. This is a woman on a mission to take down whoever's responsible, no matter how high up the chain it goes. Y'all, from the way that Malcolm's wife allegedly exploded, it's looking like she's coming for blood. Because in her words, Malcolm didn't drown. She's finally ready to expose exactly who did it. She's not holding back. No mincing words and not letting his killers walk free. Now forget what the media told you. She's calling it a full-blown cover-up, and what she knows now to flip everything upside down. Names, threats, motives, she's laying it all out, and the way she's talking, somebody out there was about to get exposed. But what makes her statement hit even harder is knowing how fiercely Malcolm protected his family while he was alive. He never shared their faces and never revealed their names, and he made it a priority to keep his wife and daughter out of the spotlight and away from public scrutiny.
When I tell you, I respect him so much for that. Jake the Simeon, I'm about to give you 10 seconds. No, I'm about to give you more than 10 seconds. Because you ain't got no sense. Yeah, you about to get a 5 minute. I just gave you 5 minutes because you came in and said, East New York, are you familiar with Harley Facts from East New York? Are you familiar with being timed out? Next time, come in the chat and say peace to the chat. Say hello. Y'all gonna stop coming in here stalking people and harassing people too. You come in here, quote unquote, fucking with anybody that's over here holding me down. All they got to do is tell me one time that they feel uncomfortable and you shot. I promise you. I won't even talk about it. If somebody hit me up and be like, Dice, this person right here, I don't know, and I don't like the way, I'm going to shoot you. I'm sorry. I'm not going to shoot you literally with a gun. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm going to block you out this chat because, first of all, coming over here, if there's anybody in these chats that want to have a direct conversation with you, they can. That's their right. And I believe if anybody in these chats wanted to have personal conversations with each other, they would make it their business to get up with each other, whether it's Instagram or here or XYZ. But this ain't the goddamn dating game. And the people over here, we family. And if they feel uncomfortable for anything, we gonna stop it. But check out what Malcom Jamal Warners' wife is saying. She's saying he was silenced. He was silenced. Let's listen to this.
And now, even in her grief, his wife is honoring that. She's staying anonymous, but she's not staying quiet because despite keeping her identity hidden, she's allegedly still coming forward with everything she knows. And the way she's doing it is controlled, calculated, and fearless. She's making sure that Malcolm's voice is heard, even if she never shows her face. The first thing she did was shut down the drowning story because in her words, there's no way Malcom died in that water. According to her, he was already gone before he ever hit the ocean, which is why he couldn't fight to save himself when that rip current hit. It's claimed that Malcom was a strong swimmer, like really strong, and he knew how to handle those rip currents. This wasn't some freak accident where he panicked or didn't know what to do. And the part
That's what I was trying to tell people. I know how to swim. And when it comes to fresh, open bodies of water, after a while, you don't get it twisted. Anybody can have a mistake. Like I said, you can get a cramp, you can catch a stroke. Anything can happen to make you lock up where you can't paddle or swim. But see, when you know how to swim, and you're excited about going certain places like Costa Rica to a big gulf of water like that, that's why this should be looked at more and more. Because wait till y'all see what they say about the drowning, which is what the wife said about the drowning, not what they said. They telling us anything.
that really didn't sit right was that there were bystanders trying to help, and even then he didn't respond. That's when it looks like something was seriously wrong. There's claims that an autopsy was done shortly after Malcom's death and found no water in his lungs. And if that's true,
does that make any sense, y'all? The coroner's report showed no fluids in his lungs. So first they said, the autopsy said, submersion of water and drown. But the original coroner's report shows no fluids in his lungs. No fluids was in his lungs. He did not drown. You got to have water in your lungs if you drown.
death and found no water in his lungs. And if that's true, it completely changes everything, because if there's no water in the lungs, he couldn't have drowned, at least not in the way that the media's been pushing it. So now the question becomes, what really happened before he hit that water? Well, it looks like his wife might be claiming he'd been poisoned with an untraceable poison and that he was pushed into the water as a way to hide the evidence of the crime. But why on earth would anybody want to take Malcom Jamal Warners out? I mean, he was calm, low-key, and completely unproblematic to most. He kept to himself, stayed out of drama, and somehow managed to show up in the spotlight without getting caught up in scandal. That alone made him rare in Hollywood. So why would anybody want to see him as a threat? Well, it looks like his wife might be saying that Malcom had started speaking out, and not just casually. She claims he was getting more vocal behind the scenes, calling out some very powerful people. And apparently, they didn't take that lightly. See, Malcom was starting to make waves because his podcast, Not All Hood, was hitting a nerve. He was calling out the industry's hypocrisy, exposing the quiet struggles Black actors face, and pulling back the curtain on how things really work in Hollywood. It wasn't sugarcoated or watered down, and the more honest he got, the more uncomfortable it made certain people. And in one particular episode that I'm going to play, Malcom doesn't just talk, he was naming some patterns, challenging power, and waking people up. And that kind of truth-telling usually comes with consequences.
You know, the reason for the title is combating the narrative of Black life or Black culture that the media focuses on. And, you know,
all one thing.
Yeah, and the whole concept is, we're not all hood. The black community is not a monolith.
But Malcolm also wasn't afraid to ask the uncomfortable questions out loud. Like when The Cosby Show got wiped from TV the moment Bill Cosby was convicted. Meanwhile, movies by people like Woody Allen and Roman Polanski are still airing like nothing ever happened. He openly called out the double standard. When it's a black man, the whole legacy gets torched. When it's a white man, then suddenly everybody wants to separate the art from the artist. And that right there, that kind of honesty, made him a problem for people who benefit from silence. But that's not all, because Malcolm also said that the powerful white execs in Hollywood were stirring up chaos in the black community on purpose. According to him, they were the ones encouraging drama and pitting successful black men against each other for the entertainment and profit. Just last year, he called out the entire Kendrick versus Drake feud, saying it wasn't just rap beef, it was calculated and it was bad for the culture. He said it glorified violence, ego, and division, all while powerful people sat back and cashed the checks. And fans also noticed that Malcolm was sending a very subtle but powerful message in his final podcast episode. He spoke about how the media has a pattern of stripping black men of their humanity, how they're constantly boxed in, labeled, and pushed to the edge simply for existing. But the part that really raised eyebrows was when he hinted that he was getting ready to expose all of it. Looking back, a lot of people felt like he was trying to warn us, and maybe even knew that his time was running out. This is what he said.
Black community is not a monolith. There's so many levels and lanes to the black community, and we wanted to have a space where we could acknowledge, discuss all of those lanes, because they're so varied in terms of our perspectives and our opinions and our ways of life, and we wanted to be able to have a place where we can talk about all of those things, discuss all of those things, and shed light on the not all hood aspects of who we are.
But y'all, allegedly, his wife says that there's too many things that just don't add up. And that's exactly why she might be convinced that Malcolm's death was no accident. So let's talk about the rescue. It supposedly happened on a public beach in broad daylight and bystanders around. But somehow not a single photo or video has surfaced from that moment. And in a time where people pull out their phones for everything, that's more than a little suspicious. But what makes this even more unsettling is what came out next. A short clip has resurfaced recently that allegedly shows Malcolm walking alone on the beach shortly before everything happened. No one knows who filmed it or why it never made the news before. It's almost like somebody was watching him, and now people are starting to question if he was being followed.
Now we finally have an update on the drowning death of Malcom Jamal Warner. Now, according to ABC7, they stated that Malcom Jamal Warner had drowned while he was on vacation in Costa Rica. Now, the article goes on to say that Warner had drowned off the coast of Costa Rica on Sunday. So this actually occurred on Sunday. They stated that the Costa Rican National Police had told us to ABC News.
Then there's mystery around the second man who was in the water with Malcolm. To this day, nobody knows who he is. His identity has never been made public. And from what we've heard, his situation wasn't even that serious. He was out of the hospital within days. There were even rumors of Malcolm's 8-year-old daughter being involved, and she barely had to go to the hospital. But Malcolm was the only one who passed away. Yeah, the math ain't mathing on this one. There's too many variables. And now there's where things start to get murky. Malcolm's wife said the autopsy report came out and clearly showed that he didn't drown. No water in the lungs, no signs of struggle in the water. None of it's adding up. But the Costa Rican authorities claimed an autopsy was done and ruled the death accidental. But the catch is that the full report still hasn't gone to be released. Not to the public, not even to the family. So now people are asking the obvious question. This was just a tragic accident. Why is there so much being kept under wraps? And finally, there's no real explanation to why Malcolm went into the water in the first place. This wasn't just any beach. Locals say it's known to be dangerous, with red flag warnings up that day and barely any lifeguard presence. So now the question is, why would Malcolm, a strong swimmer and a cautious person by nature, suddenly throw all that out the window? At this point, fans are no longer buying the official story. A lot of people now believe his wife was right all along. Malcolm didn't.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds be cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. Hold these expensive clothes like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Swiss baby, careful with this. I mean this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
That's sad, y'all. They're just gonna try to rock my man like that and get him out of here. Now all of a sudden they got a video of him walking on the beach by himself. But I thought they said he was with his daughter. And I thought they said he went outside between 4 and 5 a.m. take an early morning swim. And then they changed it to he was swimming in the afternoon. But you know what? I believe it. It could be silly. I do believe that he might have been compromised. Probably by somebody close to him too. Because like he said, I didn't even know that he had a podcast called Nah, Not All Hood. I never knew that acronym like LOL, laugh out loud. I never knew he had a podcast. And from what he has been saying on his podcast and what he says, like when he's in places where he makes speeches or performs, because he's a spoken poet. This dude was he was a different heart. He was a different soul, man. And it's so sad because like he said, hey, Queen Gigi, it's so sad. Like he said, when Bill Cosby's allegations came up with him allegedly date raping someone or putting something in a drink, which the young lady said, and he was sent to jail, they automatically stopped airing the Cosby Show. Sure, everybody. They automatically did that. Jake Desamine, you good? You back? Appreciate you for pulling up. You good? They automatically took the Cosby Show off of there. But if you pay attention to who Woody Allen is, I was in the movie. If y'all think I'm joking, oh, if you got a Fire Stick, type the movie. Everyone Says I Love You. I was in that movie. I played a rapper. Shout out to my man Nabisco. He got me that spot. My man Nabisco, me and my man Nabisco and a dude named Craig performed that. We filmed it in a club called Don Q's on Canal in Houston. This is back in days like 93, some shit like that. It's called Everybody Says I Love You. It's a good movie too. I actually watched it because I was in it. Drew Barrymore, Woody Allen, Alan Alda, the guy that played Dutch Schultz. It was a big actor, little dude from E.T. This was a star-studded event. So shout out to Woody Allen and I made history because me and my mans made history because we were the first. Can't make this up. Google it. We was part of history because we were the first black people ever in a Woody Allen movie. See, Woody Allen wasn't into putting black actors into his movies. Me, my man Nabisco, D, we was the first people of color that were ever in a Woody Allen movie. But to overlook that, Woody Allen, when we shot that movie, how come they didn't say anything about him sleeping with his daughter? Why didn't they say anything about the great actor, Woody Allen, sleeping with his daughter? They haven't canceled any of his shows or his movies. And what I mean by that is his wife today is a Chinese woman. I don't know if y'all remember this. But before she was his wife, she was his ex-wife's adopted daughter. See, Woody Allen is a weird-ass dude. Him and his wife adopted, I think, a Cambodian or Vietnamese woman, a child. Then Woody Allen divorced his wife. This is all facts. Look this shit up. The nigga divorced his wife for the little girl. He divorced his wife for a Cambodian or Chinese child that him and his wife decided to go adopt. That ain't weird, y'all? That's not weird? 1, 2, Freddie, I see you in the building. That's not weird. You and your wife go adopt a child. Then he cut his wife off and married a child. When we did the show, I never forget, he had a beach chair. Can't make this up. You see them lifeguard beach chairs? This nigga Woody Allen money long. He had a lifeguard beach chair in the middle of a club called Don Q's. It was on Canal in Houston back in the days. It was called Don Q's. That's where we shot the scene for the rap. He had the young lady that once was his daughter that he married sitting up on the top of a lifeguard chair. He did not allow her to mingle. He did not allow her to speak to anyone that was there except him. That right there been some red flag shit that's always been in my mind for years also. It's always been some. Because when I came in, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? My man was like, yo, that's his wife. I said, who's his wife? He said, lady right there. And when she was sitting on a beach chair, the nigga had a beach chair, a literal beach chair that would be at the beach that goes way up in the air. He had one of them shits in the middle of the club, and he had her sitting up on the top of that shit like she was some goddamn lifeguard. Malcom Jamal Warner felt as though that the stereotype of black culture was being incited by white media and their money. Because you got to think about this. He was even talking about Malcom Jamal Warner was very, very upset between the Drake and the Kendrick Lamar. You know, that whole thing that they revved up, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake, and then they found out and said Kendrick Lamar is the truth or the king or whatever. Malcom Jamal Warner didn't like that. He didn't like the fact that it seemed like these record companies, these big record companies have these hidden agendas. I didn't even know until recently that anytime you sign with a big record company, they automatically take out a life insurance policy on you. I didn't know that King Von's record label had life insurance policies on them. I didn't know that Young Thug life insurance policies on them. I didn't know that all these people, once they start getting down with these entertainers, they look at them, first of all, if you look at them like you're a security risk, if you're a security risk, why would you want to do business with them? Oh, yeah, because quote unquote, he's the agenda of promoting that hip hop, yo, coon nigga bullshit all day. That's going to revenue sales because a bunch of niggas out here on some coon shit that just don't want to act like adults. Yeah, my year, 1, 2, 3, 4. I done got a big gun. I killed somebody. Some of the dumbest shit I've heard in my life. But pay attention, it's a double topsy. Number one, they're going to make money. But what about if they are unalive? Look at Biggie Smalls. Y'all ain't see the situation with Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls? They were great rap stars and moguls when they're alive. But do you know what type of sales they had after they were no longer here? Think about that. And the record companies know that. That's when they started doing it. When the West Coast versus East Coast rap beat started, that's something that came into the contract now with all record execs and like, yo, let's put some insurance on them. And they big insurance policies too. Why does it seem like they always try to categorize us like thugs? People with lack of intelligence, lack of vocabulary, lack of sense, lack of respect, lack of self-worth. All of us ain't the same. All of us ain't the same. That's why I told y'all, if y'all check my post out, I dropped it today. I started the Malcom Jamal Warner sector. Not because I'm riding Malcom Jamal, no. Because of what he stood for. So if I'm telling you what I stand for, because I've been saying it for a moment, but unfortunately, because some people say, yo, it's the dirty sector, it's the dirty sector. Ask yourself this question. Who's ever hearing this, whether you're in the chat or you're in the back? Who are you, man? Who are you that you'll sit up and be in a chat and just watch people just scream and holler and just make buffooneries of themselves? Who are you that you'll sit up in the chat and just watch people just blatantly disrespect and bash people for hours? Who are you that'll go back and just watch people for days out, days in and out, just continuously talk about people? See, if you're into that type of shit, I don't want you over here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't give a fuck who you are. If that's the type of shit that floats your boat, stay from over here, yo. Unsubscribe. I wouldn't give a fuck if it took me down to 10 subscribers. I'm cool with that. I'd rather have 10 people with moral and integrity than 50,000 people that don't give a fuck and they can be led to do anything. They can be led to destroy us, destroy me, destroy great movements. Now, I don't want that shit around me, and I'm not better than nobody, but I do have a lot more self-respect for myself and my fucking family. People up here are adults, acting like kids. Like this is the worst shit I think I've ever. This shit is worse than selling drugs, y'all. This YouTube shit is worse than being in the fucking streets. Facts. It's sickening, man. I mean, like, I've lost so much respect for so many women. It's not my place to disrespect you, but I have no respect for you. So many. Then you got these groupies. You got groupies. Let me tell y'all something. If you see the same person in every chat, y'all think that's normal? Pay attention. If you see the same person in every chat, whether they're talking about gospel, dick sucking, eating a goldfish, frying popcorn, cooking Snicker bars, and they always in these chats just, hey, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Them people are fucking morons. So if you one of them people, you're a fucking moron. You are literally insane. Bored, don't got shit to do. Don't nobody give a fuck about you. You don't have a life. If every time somebody go live, you in there, you want to be that super mod, you's a fucking dummy. You's a dummy when it comes to niggas. And if you a woman, you's a bird. You's a fucking bird. Hey, don't forget to do this. Make sure you sign on it. That's a fact. I feel like that. That's a fact. And it's so sad. I ain't gonna get into it. One of the motherfuckers used to be over here. And I knew the bitch was crazy. Excuse my language. I knew the woman was crazy, but I ain't care because I wasn't fucking with her. But now everything God told me about this person has came to light. Motherfuckers running around here taking people names and shit like that. Like, this shit is weird, and you dumb motherfuckers be in these chats speaking to these bum-ass bitches. You people are weird. These motherfuckers just take people names. Hey, I'm this person now. So that means if I want to be 1-2 Freddy tomorrow, y'all going to be like, welcome to the 1-2 Freddy show? If I want to be Dog Soldier, you just going to say, yo, check this out. I'm Dog Soldier. Y'all going to be like, hey, how you doing, Dog Soldier? That's why all the people that be shouting out that them fake big dice accounts, I be telling them to suck my dick, respectfully. No disrespect intended to anybody. If you ever said, yo, shout out to Dice and you know that's a fucking troll, suck your mother. That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't want to be nobody else but me, man. And I've watched this shit and I just keep so much stuff to myself because if I was to talk about certain shit, I look like a sucker. Even if I was disrespected, even if I was betrayed, even if I was the one that got disrespected, even if I was the one that was betrayed, if I talk about it, I'm wrong. If I talk about it, Dice is a bad person. I'm not a bad person. I just vent like everybody else. I've been keeping shit to myself. I just be laughing. That's why when I go to certain chats, I have to show and be mindful of where I'm at because let me explain something to you. If I don't fuck with you, don't be putting my name up in nobody chat to come subscribe to me. If you know I don't fuck with you, if I don't fuck with you, don't say hi, Dice. Hey, peace, Dice. Don't say that. If I don't fuck with you, don't be dropping my link in nobody fucking chat. I don't fuck with you. Why do you think you got the right to even involve yourself with anything that pertains to me? Don't do that shit. That shit is facts. I'm not fake. I don't know how to be fake. You know what? That has always got me in problems in life, in jobs, in relationships. I don't know how to be nobody but me. I'm all right with that. Like I said, I watched the person come to my chat. Beautiful person. Great person. Check on me all the time. I mean, I love her with all my heart. Like that's my family. Then I watched the motherfucker take their name. And you dumb motherfuckers run with it and salute it. It's only one baby on YouTube. That's Angie Baby, y'all. All the rest of that shit is clones. That's weirdos. That's people that ain't got no lives. That's whores. That's bum-ass bitches, man. Hey, TT. I be seeing these people in these chats, and then y'all be saying, hey, how you doing? The bitch is a serpent. I'm talking about a double-headed serpent. They got old-ass women up here on YouTube that should be dead. Literally, you should be dead. I know it's fucked up to say that. You should be dead. Crackheads, smoking crack, destroying people's lives. You should be dead. But when you get up on these platforms, you act like you're just the best person in the world. You forgot I know? Like, y'all really forgot I know? You forgot what you showed me? Y'all forgot? Yeah, that's my word. I think about that shit. That's why I stopped forewarning people. I'm not going to lie to you. There are a lot of people I just want to hit them up on a DM and be like, yo, get them people out your chat. They don't fuck with you. They're moles. They're leeches. They don't like you. Yo, I'm going to keep it funky with you. This shit may sound funny. A lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even know a certain motherfucker only be in y'all chat because I used to be there. That's on my mother's grave. Man, she get fucked by the devil if I'm lying, y'all. There's some mean, evil, wicked people on here. Nah, TT, I'm good. I get so sad. Am I wrong for that? I get sad because like, you know what really makes me sad? I'm gonna be real. To know you love somebody or care about somebody and they don't feel that way about you. I'm not talking about being in love with somebody. That's not what I'm talking about. Just genuinely having a love for a person because they're your friend. You ain't got to be fucking nobody. Some people just always keep their minds in sex. I don't. I got more ass than a toilet bowl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really concerned about pussy. That shit that never like it's all right. It's cool. Yeah. All that good shit. But nah, I take peace over that. I take peace over that. And then they go to these, that's a fact, crackheads, 1, 2, Freddy, smoking crack. I know that's on Sharon McLeod. May she fall right now and hit her head on the ground if I'm lying. A lot of these motherfuckers y'all be saluting as crackheads. And ain't nothing wrong with smoking crack. Because if you want to smoke crack and you got money to smoke crack, go smoke crack. But you know what's fucked up? When you smoke crack and you just go put your business in everybody's shit. And you go try to find out certain things about certain people. And you get yourself involved with everyone except yourself and your fucking family. Because in real life, I know you. You can fool all these people up here. In real life, you're a disgusting crackhead. In real life, you're a whore. Facts. And then I tell y'all this one too. A lot of y'all fucking with the police and don't even know it. And I've been saying this shit since I kicked the bitch out the whip. I didn't have people go, I ain't even gonna blow people up. I didn't have people go to friends of mine and say, you better watch Dice. Why? Because I wouldn't fuck you? Why? Because you was begging me to fuck you and I wouldn't? You was begging to come to North Carolina and I never wanted you to come? Because you was running around calling my mans on Instagram and calling all niggas that you know I know, inboxing niggas, please tell Dice to call me, I love him. I could really expose somebody up here, man. But I'll let them be who they want to be for y'all. I know the truth. They're fucking disgusting, filthy, nasty animal. Filthy, filthy bitch. Fucking niggas, mans and all that shit. Having kids with niggas, man, bitches, mans and all that. Then marrying niggas. You fuck a nigga, knowing he married. Then you get the nigga divorced and then you have babies with him. You's a slut. I don't give a fuck how none of y'all feel about that. That's a slut. And y'all be in chat speaking to the bitch. That's why I started the Malcom Jamal Warners shit. That's why I started that. Because I'm going to say what's on my mind, y'all. I'm going to be who I am. Even if it's upon death. Even if it's upon, I'm that peace, at peace with my life. I've lived the lives of so many people. So if I was to leave right now, if I got off this live and died today, y'all, I'm at peace. Because I ain't never been fake. I ain't never sucked no dick. I ain't never been no yes man. I ain't never been no rat. I ain't never lined nobody up. I got so many attributes that I just love within myself. So I don't give a fuck how nobody else feel about me. But what bothers me is the way I look at things. Because Virgos, we have good hearts. So we try to see the best in people, but people are just evil. And then they're crazy. They're crazy. They're very, very crazy. If you just told me yesterday, fuck Dog Soldier. Don't trust Dog Soldier, Dice. He's not your friend. I love you. But then when my man Dog Soldier go live, your bum ass come up in there and I got to block you out the chat. What does that make you look like, 1, 2, Freddy? Talk to me, Freddy. Did that make you look normal? You calling me on, hey, don't do that. Oh, la, la, la. Leave him alone. He isn't for you. So why are you in his chat? I had a motherfucker tell me, one of my men, shout out to Tube Chronicles, helped me with everything pertaining to as far as my videos, my editing in and outs and all, anything pertaining to this shit. My man told me. I got a computer that I'm on right now that I just had for like damn near for scenery in my living room, and I was going live on my cell phone. And I never forget, I was on my phone talking about nigga on FaceTime one day, and I walked by and he was like, "Yo, Dice, what the fuck is that in your corner?" I'm like, "What you mean?" I'm like, "Yo, it's a computer." The nigga hung the phone up on me. I'm like, what the fuck? The nigga hung the phone up on me. I called the nigga back. I said, "Boy, why you hung up?" He said, "All this time, you on this damn cell phone and you got a computer, Dice? What's wrong with you?" He was just joking. It was my man. And then you call my man, telling my man you in love with me. You don't even know me. What you in love with? My hat? My accent? You don't even know me. Then my man tell me this, he go, "Yo, boy, I ain't really want to say nothing, but yo, this bitch been hitting my line." Fuck that bitch, boy. Then I asked you, "Yo, why you calling my man?" Like, "Because you won't speak to me." I don't fuck with you. I'm not fake. If I don't fuck, you show me one time that you got a snake in you, you ain't never got to worry about me fucking with you again. I don't give a fuck how cool we was. I don't give a fuck if we was in a relationship and I was in love with you. If you show me that you will snake me, I will never fuck with you. That's a fact, East New York. I did. I swear to God, I did a live on her that was detrimental, but then you know me, I'm a sucker like, damn, Dice, you might have said some really crazy things, so I took it down. But don't worry, y'all see the bitch hopping around in everybody else chats. I call her groupie mod. I call her groupie mod. Matter of fact, my child, one of my young boys I raised, y'all see him, King Crego, my young boy, I raised him. That's why me and him don't speak to this day. Well, we speak, we called you, but it'll never be the way it was. It'll never be the way it was. The love and the respect I got for King Crego, the times that I've risked my freedom, my life, my sanity for King Crego, I never go against him. You can't be upset with him for somebody that manipulated a situation. I was at first. I was, because I don't know. I just come from this like if I've never showed you anything but loyalty. I've never showed you anything but loyalty. I think that's the only thing that you should show me. But then again, like I told you, that's one of my biggest peeves. That's one of my biggest disappointments. Expecting people to treat me as I treat them. And I'm cool with it. And I'm real cool with it. Because no matter what, I'm still be me. It's always been me. I've never had to be behind this person, or I've never had to be with that person, or I've never had to be in this crowd. I've never had to be, if I was in certain crowds, I amplified the intensity. I brought stuff to the table. I wasn't just there. When I was young, I was a fucking moron. Like when I was moving, like China said, shaking and baking, moving and grooving, you couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing. A lot of times it was because of anger. A lot of times it was because of anger. Disappointment. So I just decided to be for me. Because when I got on YouTube, oh man, it was people that was, "Hey, I love you, Dice. Team Guardian. Oh my God, I don't know what I do." But how long you love me? Yeah, I've been cold on women too, because I've had women tell me, "I love you," but how long? How long you gonna love me? When it's gonna stop? Matter of fact, how long you gonna keep loving me the way that you love me now? Y'all ever ask anybody that question? How long you gonna love me? How long are you gonna love me like you're loving me? When are you gonna be tired? I don't be giving a fuck about none of that sucker shit. What it's gonna be is gonna be. What's gonna happen, what is gonna happen. That's probably why I got a funny problem now with trusting. Shit, I don't trust myself. So y'all ain't got to worry about y'all. I'm more hard on myself than anybody else. I don't trust myself when it comes to my feelings. because I'm just really a genuine person. I don't trust myself like that no more. Get around the wrong person and fuck myself up. Fuck my whole energy up because I gave loyalty and admiration to somebody that never deserved it. That makes sense? Do it? So I'm going to end it on this. Malcom Jamal Warners, that's the new sector. That's the new sector. You want to be down with it? Let me get some content. And content ain't talking about nobody. Content ain't getting up here just, hey, I don't like him. I don't like her. Content is not letting people up on your platform to just run their mouth because you have nothing to say. That ain't content. That's hoping somebody can keep the show going. If you don't have nothing of importance, nothing informative, nothing helpful or mindful or respectful to say, you'll never be on this platform, man. You'll never be up here, man. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about that. You'll never be up here, man. I'm not getting niggas up here to be or niggas getting up here, yo, I just want to have sex with her. I want to rub her bottom. I want to do this. Some real weirdos in this world. He's your move. There's some real weirdos in the world. Real weirdos in this world, ladies and gentlemen. Real weirdos in this world. And it's about time that we start recognizing that we are adults. We don't have to be around certain things. We don't have to be. Yo, East New York, I swear to God, you just made me think about something. I told Tut to watch the bitch too. I literally told Tut, yo, boy, watch that broad, man. And she police. That's facts. That's facts. Bitch always trying to get near niggas and they women. You want to be cool with they women first to fuck they men. Cool with the woman first to fuck they men. Well, last name rhymes with Raby, East New York, and we ain't talking about Angie, baby. That's a fact. That's the real baby on YouTube. It was Angie, baby. I never forget. And then ladies of Atak, shout out to the Russian princess and Bori. They came over here one night. And then I told everybody in this chat, you'll go over to my homegirls at the ladies of Atak. The Angie babies, the Russian princesses, the Boris. And then 2 days later, your last name is baby on YouTube. You's a bird, bitch. I know your story. You can front all these other people up here. You's a bird. Woo! I'm talking about squirrel mixed with a bird. And I thought about the shit. When I was around and the person was part of the movement, I was like, yo, you all right? Are you good? And the person said to me, yo, I got to get some help. I said, yo, you know what? I'm going to fuck with you, yo. Just get go get you a shrink or something like that because you got too much time on your hand. No, I'm not even going to mess with YouTube anymore because I'm noticing it's taking up too much of my time and it seems like it's consuming my brain. That bitch and everybody chat on this motherfucker. And all y'all speak to her. Hey, how you doing? Morons. All y'all. Morons. But I say that in a good way. I say that in a good way. Word up. You 100% right. You 100% right. So all them type of, see, now I notice, see, before I get out of here, that let me know. That's more and more confirmation from God. That let me know what type of person the person is. Because when they was over here, they was trying to act like they was righteous and so up-loving and everything like that. When I blocked their ass from up out of here, they was in more motherfucking chats than numbers. They was in more chats than emoji hearts. Facts. You never see that motherfucker in this chat. I promise you that. I just had to block them on Instagram. You never see them in my chat. I mean, my mother died if I'm lying to you. The person, no, I don't fuck with them, and then tried to follow me on the gram. I had to block that. People crazy, yo. I don't fuck with people, y'all. Let me tell you something. You show me some weirdo shit, you block. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to speak to you. I don't want to talk none of that shit. You show me some weirdo shit, you are blocked. You are blocked. For real, it's nothing to talk about. I'm not going to wait 2 and 3 times to see if you more crazy than you was when you said the first weird shit. So if y'all, very dangerous game, Carnage. Very dangerous game. Very dangerous game. But you see, that power of the P-U-S-S-Y. That's why niggas get their hair cut and we dress fly. It's the power of the P-U-S-S-Y. Jay-Z said it, best of both worlds. That's why niggas get their hair cut and we dress fly. Be mindful of the people that try to be in your life. Be mindful of the people that just want to be friends with you. There's nothing wrong with that. I love new friends, but I mean genuine friends. I'm not talking about frenemies. See, there's friends and then there's frenemies, because there's people that come to you like they're your friend, but they're really your enemy. They're just trying to maneuver and get around you to the vulnerable state where they can attack and make their move. Trust me when I tell y'all this. So if you with some grown-up shit, come get down with this Malcom Jamal Warners content. If you not on grown-up shit, I'm never going to certain chats again. I'm not typing. I'm not going on platforms, none of that bullshit. If you move like a clown, I'm going to treat you like a clown. Set your bell notifications. We're going live later. Peace.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?